Welcome, everyone, to George M. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa as we get set for the Rays and the Philadelphia Phillies.
Great pitching matchup. Ryan Pepiot for the Rays and Jesus Luzardo, a newcomer to this rotation for the Phillies.
Stott hitting .270 with 2 home runs, 17 runs batted in. Line drive down the right field line, heading toward the corner. It's a one-hopper. It's a fair ball. And Stott will be on second base, a leadoff double here in the top of the first inning. I'll tell you, the way everybody reacted, including the first base umpire, I wasn't sure we lose that area down the right field line, whether that was going to be fair or foul. And the Phillies are now rising in the extra base hit category. That's 99 extra base hits. That one's smoked to center. Meisner's there. Stott, though, smartly went back and tagged from second to third. Now the Phillies have a runner at third with Bryce Harper coming up. That should be deep enough to score Stott. Meisner's under it. He's got a good arm, but it's not going to get him to the plate. And Stott will score. 1-0 Phils on the sacrifice fly by Bryce Harper. And scoring early has been something the Phillies have been doing during this stretch.
And Schwarber batting with the bases empty here against Pepiot.
The shot to center.
And Meisner ties the all-time Major League record for putouts in the inning. But it's a run for the Phils at the end of half. Philadelphia won.
Jesus Luzardo on the hill. Last year, he gave up 9 runs when he was with the Marlins against the Rays. So far in 7 starts, he's allowed a total of 9 earned runs.
Yandy Diaz will lead off for the Rays.
Ground ball to shortstop. Ooh, what a hop that was. This infield has taken a pretty good beating in the early part of the season. It's very choppy with patches of sod that have been placed in different spots, and there's one away.
One out, nobody on for Christopher Morel.
Oh, he can do that, though. That ball's hit pretty well. But Marsh is going to get an eye on it, and he'll run it down right on the track. And here's Caminero, who's hitting .171 against left-handers.
Into right field. That's going to send Kepler back, still going, and that baby's gone. Caminero got one airborne, and it carried right out of here. His 7th home run of the year. So the Rays are on the board, and they tie this game at 1.
Oranda, who had hit what the most recent homer for the Rays prior to Caminero.
And he's going to have a base hit. Soft liner over the head of Bohm at third and into left.
Saw a lot of pitches, had to foul off some tough ones, lay off some others that were just off the plate, and then finally gets a pitch. It looks like a 2-seamer running in.
And up comes Danny Jansen.
Fly ball, center field, playable for Marsh. He's under it and makes the catch.
And the inning's over, but Junior Caminero sends one out of here to right to tie the game.
Here's Curtis Mead leading off, and he shoots one to right field. Kepler going back, turns, it's off the base of the wall, and Kepler plays it perfectly back into second. Looks like he's played right field before, and he holds Mead to a long single.
A good count to work with here by Caballero, who's been their best hitter against left-handed pitching.
And he lines it to second. The look, but back end is Mead. No throw over there.
Here's Cameron Meisner.
Swing and a miss. The sweeper produces the first strikeout of the night for Luzardo.
It almost seems like he has to get started so early to try to get to the fastball that when they spin it on him, he just overcommits. Really didn't have any chance on that pitch.
Runner goes, pitch taken outside, throw to second base in plenty of time. What a toss by JT. It's the 8th runner he has caught stealing this year. And the inning is over. And Walls will lead it off.
Switch hitter against Jesus Luzardo.
In the short left, that's going to drop. Base hit, one hop in front of Schwarber. Yeah, the Rays get a base hit. Taylor Walls on to start the inning. And Walls on the move. The pitch is up, and the throw to the shortstop side of the bag. Walls now 5 of 5 in the steal department.
Well, you figured after that second disengagement, matter of time, and there's Taylor Walls off and running. A high leg kick by Luzardo. No chance they were going to get him.
We go to the top of the lineup to Yandy Diaz. Fly ball into left. That's going to send Schwarber back a few steps. He makes the catch. Here's a tag and trying to go to third. Walls, and he is safe at third base.
This is where you want Junior to be really disciplined and look for only something he can get in the air.
And a liner into left. That's going to be grabbed by Schwarber. Tagging at third, Walls. He will play He will score without a play. The throw back into second, and holding at first is Morel. Caminero has driven in both Rays runs, and he, for the second time, has driven home a run.
Up 2-1 as they hit in the fourth. Jonathan Aranda.
Swing and a miss. Second strikeout, one away here in the fourth.
It's just a beautiful sweeper here. Good bite to it. Good velocity to it as well. Really tough to distinguish for the hitter, and Aranda has no chance.
Line to second. His first time did Caballero.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Third strikeout, second one of the inning. No runs, one hit, and one man left.
Nick Castellanos sent the lead off the fifth. And there's a cut and miss, and he gets the strikeout there. First strikeout of the night for Pepio.
On the changeup, an equal opportunity offender. That pitch is so effective against left-handed hitters, but we've seen him use it more and more against righties. And look how he takes it down and in.
And that is strike three called. He got that call down there. And now it will be Caminero, who now has 16 runs batted in on the year. And ball four. Caminero is aboard on the walk. It comes with one out. And Aranda, who has singled and struck out, will bat in this inning. And that's going to drop a base hit into left off the bat of Aranda. Caminero stops at second.
This will be an at-bat that'll continue to get Jonathan Aranda in the lineup against tough left-handed pitchers. Watch how he goes down and gets this. There's the breaking ball, and he just flips it. Literally just flips that ball into left field.
And with that, pitching change coming. That's going to be it for Luzardo. 2-1 ball game.
Carlos Hernandez's 14th game. 13 2/3, 11 strikeouts. He has allowed 3 home runs.
Jansen 1 for 3, one of the 6 hits allowed by Jesus Luzardo.
And a called strike 3. He shook off the original call from JT. But he gets the slider over for a strike, and it's the second out.
Excellent slider here from Hernandez. Good biter, good depth to it, and he freezes Jansen.
Well, Meade is due up, and we're going to have Simpson hit for him.
Runners lead off the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. He went with a splitter. When he comes in, he strikes out 2 batters.
Splitter away gets Simpson, and Carlos Hernandez weasels out of it.
Turner made that throw, skipped it in as Harper tried to scoop it, and Caballero has a base hit. And he's going to bunt. That's a pretty good one right there. There'll be no play. So first and second, one out. Yandy Diaz is due up. Shoots it into right field. Back goes Kepler, and that ball is out of here. Home run off the bat of Yandy Diaz. Belting a 3-run shot on the 1-1 pitch. And the Rays just that quickly take a 5-1 lead.
Phillies have had only one opportunity with a runner in scoring position, and they're unable to turn 2. A sliding play made by Caballero. Opposite way for Marsh. That'll drop in for a base hit. Brandon with his second hit of the series, and it brings Stott up.
A tying run to the plate here, Tom.
Fly ball right field. That's well hit. It is long gone. Way out of the ballpark. A 3-run home run for Bryson Stott. He just made this a 1-run game.
On Stott's 3rd of the season. Way beyond the lights and out into the darkness. As Bryson Stott crushes one to get the Phillies back in it.
And now here we are, top of the 9th inning. Kyle Schwarber leading off. Pete Fairbanks on the mound.
Line drive, base hit into right field. The streak is still alive, and the game is still alive. And Rojas will come and pinch run, and Schwarber's going to get a nice round of applause. That's 43 consecutive games he's been on base. Second disengagement, the ball gets away, and Rojas, he might be able to go to third. He's around second on his way to third. The throw to third, not in time.
And Johan Rojas goes first to third on the throwing error by Pete Fairbanks. And the tying run is just 90 feet away with nobody out.
And now Kepler coming up. There goes Wilson. Pitches. Dribbled left side. Cut off by the third baseman. A run scores. They get the out at first. And the Phillies have tied this game up at 5. He just put the ball in play. And Caballero Caballero made a heck of a play at third.
And Alvarado with a scoreless ninth inning with some help from the backstop. JT Realmuto guns down his 9th runner of the season, and we're going to the 10th. It's a 5-5 game.
Manuel Rodriguez, the new pitcher for the Rays, as we go to the top of the 10th inning. Brandon Marsh will be the batter. And Marsh lines one out toward left center field. That's going to be in for a base hit. Here comes Sosa. He'll score. Marsh to second. And the Phillies have taken the lead. It's 6-5 here in the 10th inning.
It's a leadoff double to start the 10th, and the Phillies have a 6-5 lead.
1 run in extra innings is good. 2 is better. Yes. Stott bunts it toward third. Nobody's covering third, so the Phillies have an extra runner 90 feet away on the sacrifice spot by Bryson Stott. The infield is in slightly on the left side with Turner up. A bouncer pass walls and into left center field. With the infield drawn in, Marshall score. The Phillies lead it by 2. RBI single for Turner, who's got 2 hits in his last 2 at-bats.
Tagging at second. Lau, he's going to head to third. The throw way off line. So the Rays get Lau to third with 1 out. And there's a pitch swung on and a base hit off the bat of Jansen. That will get Lau home and make it a 1-run game, 7-6.
2-2. Strom's ready to go. And here it comes. Swing and a miss. He got him. Matt Strom with his 2nd save of the season. It caps the biggest comeback of the year for the Philadelphia Phillies as they win it in 10 by a final score of 7-6, and they have swept out the Tampa Bay Rays.